Hey guys, this is Andrew here. We're gonna do today is we're just gonna play around. It's raining outside, there's nothing to do, so might as well just stay home and code. And we're just going to um, see what happens. So I got a blank script here. This is a code editor. It's called Visual Studio Code, and it just makes things a bit easier when you're coding. So I don't really have an idea of what I want to do. The width, and I'll try to talk through what I'm thinking as we do this. I'm just gonna draw some points on the screen randomly. So it's random width. If you put in one argument in the random function, it'll just go, it'll take a random value from 0 to whatever the argument is. So this one we'll create a value from 0 to a random height. Sorry, from 0 to height. We'll see. And there's something going on there. It's going a bit too quick, so I think I'll just take the frame rate down and up the stroke weight. Yeah. Okay. I think I just want them to vary. So I'll take the stroke weight down and make that random. And I will use two arguments here, probably like 2 to 5. I think what'll be nice if I'll make it look like the sky, the night sky. So I'll make the background black and set up. Make the stroke color white. That looks kind of nice. I think I don't know. I think I kind of want it to, I don't know, to like go like I'm gonna turn these into variables so that I can play with them later and use them to make some kind of calculation. If I do this, it should work, but I guess not. Oh, I named it the same thing. Okay. The stroke's the same, so I'll just stick it in setup. Okay. I'm gonna put in an if statement here. I kind of want to make it, I want to make the strokes, the dots bigger if they're in the middle or if they're close to the middle. So I'll go if I think there is a distance function. Yeah, okay. Okay. So this distance function calculates the distance between 2 points, which is perfect with what I want to do. So, alright, and I'll put that in a variable that dist to center. So I want the initial point to be in the middle, so that's width on 2 and height on 2, and have you calculate the distance from the middle to the second point, which is our positions, which we have in these variables. Okay. So if the distance is larger, as in if the point is further away from the middle, I want the stroke weight to be smaller. So this is center. So I have another variable, stroke vary equals map this. So the range of this would be 0 to, let's say, it would be to the corner. That is probably the largest distance away from the center. But I'm just gonna say height on 2 for simplicity's sake. Alright. Sorry about that, I just had to take a phone call. So at this point we're going to set the range for our stroke value with this map function. And I guess the reason why I did height on 2 for the highest value for distance center is because otherwise I would have to do some Pythagoras calculation things, which I might do later on, but for now I just want to see how this looks. So that's why at this point I'm just gonna put in height over 2. And the stroke weight I'll probably do like 15 to 2. I'll take the stroke weight down here, plug in my variable and see how that looks. I'm gonna up the frame rate to 10. That looks pretty good. That's pretty much what I wanted. Yeah. What if I just make it 60? Looks pretty cool. If you see me looking here, I'm looking at my second monitor, in case you're wondering. And you see in the corner here, it's Y. So that's because of this map function here. it's larger than height over 2, so it just takes the stroke weight value of the last um, of stroke vary. It doesn't map it because it's past the upper range of what we defined, which kind of covers the corners here, so that's why it's not consistent. But that kind of looks interesting, actually. That doesn't look too bad. I don't really know where to go from here, because that looks cool. Guess I could do something with the colors. See how that looks. I'm gonna reverse the background, so I'll make the background white and the stroke black. That doesn't look as cool right now anyway. Okay, let's do something with the color. So by default, P5JS uses the RGB color scheme or mode, but I don't really like it too much because it's kind of hard to predict what color you're gonna get. Since in RGB you have the red value, the green value, then blue value, and depending on how they mix, you get the color or the values for each. Whereas I think I'll use the HSB color mode, which has the color just from on a single value of 0 to 250, I think. But let's check it out. Color mode, is it? Color mode, here we go. HSB, that's what we're gonna do. But RGB does, it can surprise you, which I might just stick to RGB. No, let's go to HSB. So that's color mode, HSB 100. So the first argument declares the color mode that you want to use, and the second argument, if using HSB, defines the range the range of the color spectrum. So if you can see from this example, it goes from red to yellow to green to blue back to red. That just means 0 is red, 100 is red, and maybe about 30 you'll get green, and 66 you'll get blue. It just works on that range, which makes it easy for us if we use map to get the color. So we'll go let color vary equals map. We'll use the same values and we'll go 100 to 0, and the stroke is like this, and that doesn't work. But I kind of just want to see how it looks. But we'll check out the reference in the meantime as it loads up. Right, so the last, need to define 3 values. So we'll just go because it's HSB. So it's hue, saturation, and what is B? I don't even know what B is. Hue, saturation, and something else. So what defines a color? I think the first one defines a color, but we'll check that out. Yeah, so the first value of the HSB system is the color. And this looks kind of interesting. I'm gonna put it back to black. I think there's too many colors. So let's narrow down the values here. Let's go 25 to 75. So we're in the cool range. I don't know, this doesn't really look as good as if it was just white, because the dots kind of control the... It looks brighter in the middle because of the size of the dots when it was just white. I mean, it kind of looks cool when I look at my second monitor. Not sure what to do from here. Let's play around with it a bit more. Let's go 40 to 60. And put it on a grey background. What if I reverse the dots? If I make a line instead from the center, head on 2 to pause X, pause Y. Take the colors back to the cool. What was that, 40? 40, 75. Take down the stroke a bit. think I'll go back to points. And I'm gonna use a switch over here. I kind of want to have layers. I kind of want to have layers of concentric circles coming out from the middle, and each layer has its own color. Let's see how that looks. So how do I do switch? I think it's switch. Nah, I don't know. JavaScript switch. Switch. Oh, I was right. Switch this to center. Case. Alright. Wait, this is not. No, this is not right. I need to use if this to center is less than 50, we'll go stroke. And this is greater than 0. So if it's 0 to 50 stroke, let's make it white. Else if this to center is greater than or equal to 50 and less than or equal to, say, 150, we'll make the stroke 50, 100, else make the stroke, we just want this grayscale. We'll make it red. We'll just test it. And I just want to... Wait, I think I want stroke vary though. Still. See how that looks. I mean, the code is working, so that's good. Sorry, very 15. Okay. So I'm gonna copy this a bunch of times. We'll increment like 50 times. Oh, sorry, in spaces of 50. Oh, 100, sorry. 2, 3. Else, alright. We'll go 80. And then we'll go 20. Else, stroke is, let's go 60. Ooh, that's crazy. What if I could make this go faster? Alright, I have an idea. I'm gonna move this into this, right? So every section has its own stroke vary. The closer to the outer edge, the closer the point is to the outer edge, I want it to be larger. But the closer it is to its own inner edge, towards the center, I want it to be small. So let's try this out. Wait. I want to declare it outside of the if block. Right? Because otherwise I won't be able to use it outside if it's not declared outside. If that makes, hopefully that makes. So I declare the stroke variable outside, modify it inside these code blocks. So that I can use it here, outside the code blocks. Because if I were to just declare it inside, there's no way. It won't be recognized outside of the code block because of, that's just how scope works. And we're going to have to manually define this, unfortunately. Yeah. So 50. I hope this is worth it. That's 250 and 350. That's 350. Alright, wow. I have no idea what's going on now. I think the outside stroke vary defaults to like a large number. So I'll just, okay, no. Huh, so I'm not sure why outside the blue stroke is nuts, but the rest looks alright. I think here I'll do the maths to get this right. So I need a square root function. I wonder if it's P5. Okay, cool. So it's the Pythagoras. It doesn't have a power. P5Js. Power? Pow, yeah. Alright. So I need pow. So this is the a squared. C equals a squared plus b squared. The square root of a squared plus b squared. A squared, a here being the height, I mean the width on 2, and b being the height on 2. 2. Then I need to square root all of that. And hopefully the blue will be, yeah, nice. Maybe on a black background a little better. I think I need a... Maybe the stroke is too big. I'm gonna have max stroke equals 5, stroke equals 2. So instead of these numbers, I'm going to put in the variable. I think we'll have a bigger one, 10. Alright. I think I just want warm colors. So that'll be about 10. 10, 20, 0, 10, 20. We'll change the white insides to 0, red. I'm gonna take out this block. And that's green. I don't want green. I think as it fills up, it'll look interesting. And what else can we do with this? I think I'll turn the red to orange. Just use yellow and orange. I think I'll play with the stroke weight for each of the shells. Kind of make it look like a wave. So I'll just going to swap these over. So for every alternating shell, the stroke weights will be reversed. Let's see how that looks. want more frames. Kinda looks cool. Yeah. I think I'll stop it there. I think I'm pretty happy with this. Yeah, it just goes to show there's a lot you can do with map, if statements, and what else? What else do I use? Dist. That's a very useful function to know. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night.